Hello, my name is Nathan Fishman. Bruce Lee once said, "Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water." Now you put water into a cup, it becomes a cup. You put water into a teapot, it becomes a teapot. Now water can flow, or creep, or drip, or crash. Be water, my friend. Although he may have been describing a state of mind, water has many dynamic properties that make it a unique medium. My claim is that as a form of physical therapy, swimming provides unique benefits other therapies cannot. I will show this by discussing the physical characteristics of water that differentiate swimming from other therapies. I will also discuss psychological benefits of swimming. I will begin by providing a definition of physical therapy. Physical therapy is the preservation, enhancement, or restoration of movement and physical function impaired by disability, injury, or disease. Water is an ideal medium for therapy because of its physical properties. If any of you are engineering majors, you will most likely take a class in fluid mechanics. The concept I'm going to discuss can be found in any textbook on fluid mechanics. I refer to Fundamentals of Fluid Mechanics by Munson and Young. It is available at the library or at the Bronco bookstore. The first concept from fluid mechanics I will cover is the buoyant force. The buoyant force acts on any body submerged in a fluid. The magnitude of the force is equal to the weight of the volume of fluid displaced. For example, the density of wood is approximately 45 pounds per cubic foot, while water is 62.4 pounds per cubic foot. Because an equal volume of water weighs more than wood, there is a net upward force when wood is submerged in water. This is why wood floats, and the same is true for humans. Due to the buoyant force, individuals who exercise in water experience less stress on their joints and bones. This allows patients who can choose to swim as therapy. This allows patients who choose to swim as therapy the ability to challenge themselves in a manner that they may not otherwise be able to achieve. The second concept from fluid mechanics is the coefficient of thermal conductivity. This coefficient is a measure of how well a particular material transfers heat. The thermal conductivity of water is 0.6, while the thermal conductivity of air is 0.025. This means that water is 24 times more efficient at transferring heat. This allows individuals who utilize swimming as therapy to remain cool while they exercise. Due to the concepts I have discussed, swimming is considered a low-impact exercise. This means that individuals can be physically active while swimming without experiencing the discomforts traditionally associated with exercise. Now I'm going to discuss some of the psychological benefits you may not normally associate with swimming. In the journal Psychosomatic Medicine, Dr. Bonnie G. Berger published a study titled "Mood Alteration with Swimming. Swimmers Really Do Feel Better." The study was conducted at Brooklyn University. The study followed 100 individuals for 14 weeks as they participated in a swimming regimen. The participants were required to swim 40 minutes twice a week. Each took an evaluation to determine their mood before and after the study. Participants reported decreases in anxiety, depression, anger, as well as an increase in vigor. These changes were attributed to the following characteristics of swimming: aerobic exercise, no need to monitor the environment, rhythmic and repetitious actions, as well as sensory deprivation. If any of you have swam for 30 or 40 minutes continuously, you will likely identify these same characteristics. This study shows how swimming can be very relaxing. The lack of external input and repetitious action promote an experience that is similar to transcendental meditation. I personally like to utilize swimming as an opportunity to challenge myself physically, but also as a way to clear my mind. Over the past few minutes, I've shown how swimming provides unique benefits. The physical properties of water make swimming a unique therapy that is low impact. This allows swimming to have the capacity to challenge or relax the individuals who choose to use it as therapy. Thank you.
Well, I like the quote that you start off with. I think that's an interesting way to identify the topic. And you do state what your proposition is and lay out the supporting structure. I'm still not sure exactly what the controversy is on this. I'm not sure that anybody doubts that swimming has a lot of the benefits that you're describing. I think one of the things that's missing is the comparative data that would suggest it's better, for instance, than other types of aerobic activity or therapeutic activities that people engage in, including some of the things that you talk about, meditation or running or any of those other kinds of things. So if we could get a little bit more comparative data, then there might be something that's more clearly argumentative. The internal signposting is fine. Look, you did a nice job explaining the complex concepts about buoyancy and what's the other term? Conductivity, yeah, thermal conductivity. So, that's helpful. But once again, we're not getting any of the data that we need. For instance, if you were contrasting swimming and the issue of the thermal conductivity to running, you might be able to say that people could swim for a longer period of time, but since they're not sweating while they're swimming, maybe there are other issues that would be problematic. I don't know. I just, like I said, I think there's an assumption here that there is something superior about the swimming that has not been shown. I don't think that anybody's disputing some of the benefits that you've talked about, but if you're going to say it's superior or has a greater benefit, then we need to have some standard by which we can make that comparison. You did a good job citing all your information and explaining it. I like that. Your presentation, I'm sorry, I've got to say it was a little dry. So you can maybe put a little bit more personality into it. Okay, thank you.